Shalom. There is something quite profound about teaching Torah at Temple Beth Elohim. I think it's because of this extraordinary community. It's the wisdom of our collective experiences, the desire to make the world more whole, more beautiful, more full of understanding for the lives that we all want to fully live. Over the last 2 weeks, my family and I have received such a warm welcome, and it feels so incredible to be here, to lead, to envision, to learn together, and to share in life with all of you. I'm really looking forward to all that's coming in the days and years ahead. And this week, we read from Parshat Balak, a portion about the power of words, about curses and blessings, about voice and vision, about the often hidden ways that God works in the world. And at the center of this narrative is Bilam, a prophet for hire, brought and bought by Balak, the Moabite king, to curse the Israelites. And in the text we read how Bilam climbs the mountain and ready to curse the Israelites. But in that moment when he reaches the top of the mountain, overlooking the Israelites' camp, he sees their encampment and notices a people full of joy and connection. In fact, our sages say that every tent opening was facing another. The connective tissue of our people has never ceased. And so when Bilam sees this and he opens his mouth, we don't hear curse, but rather blessings pour forth. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. How good and beautiful and wonderful are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel. Now this blessing is unexpected and unplanned. And in this moment, a curse transforms into a blessing. And it makes me think about the power of words, how we use them, how they shape people and our experiences, how a single word or sentence can lift someone or hurt them, how words can pierce and words can love. It seems then that anything that is powerful has the ability to be incredibly destructive or incredibly good. And this week, we've seen another kind of powerful force, the floodwaters in Texas. As a human being, as someone who experienced formative years of growth at overnight summer camp, and now as a camper parent, my mind and heart have this week been in Kerr County, with the camps and communities devastated by the storms last Friday morning. How is it possible that water, something so beautiful and nourishing and needed, can cause so much devastation? Through Yom Tov, the Sea of Reeds was our pathway to collective redemption, and the same waters that engulfed Pharaoh's army. Water, like words, can be life-giving, and water, like words, can destroy. And this is a bold truth to hold, that beauty and devastation can exist from the same source, that the rain that makes things grow is the same rain that washes everything away. And we know the same can be true for fire. Even with forecasts and radar maps, we don't always know when the skies will turn. We don't always know when pain is coming or when healing will arrive. Will it be a curse or will it be a blessing? The world feels so deeply precarious and fragile. And storms of all kinds come without warning, and we experience this every time we read the news. And sometimes this fragility is related to the state of the world more globally, or something challenging more local. But for all of us, at one point or another, we experience fragility and storms in our own lives. And just as we can't stop every harmful word, we can't always stop the rain. We can't always protect the rising waters. We can't undo the damage that has already been done. Sometimes all we can do is grieve and mourn. So how do we live with that pain that feels like a curse? How do you bless after such vast destruction? Our Parsha teaches us to start with our words, choosing them with care, speaking carefully, showing up with love, naming pain and still speaking of hope, being a blessing amidst someone else's storm. Yet it's not only words that allow for blessing. Sometimes it's the absence of them. Sitting with someone amidst their pain and suffering in silence, not to fix, but simply to be. This too is worthy of blessing. In the beginning, in Bereshit, God creates the world with words. Let there be light, God says. And in that first Ruach HaKodesh, that sacred and holy breath, we learn that words create worlds. And we, God's partners in that ongoing creation, hold that same sacred responsibility. So how do we use our words to heal, to bless, to create, and to rebuild? At TBE, we comfort each other, and we speak the truth. We make and hold space for someone else's story. We bless even when the blessing doesn't come easily. We join together in study, practice, and action. We listen. We ask each other questions of significance. And we find meaning and purpose in the community that we share and in the blessings that we offer to one another. And we pray, Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov. These words from our Torah, spoken with the intention of curse, have become our daily prayer. A reminder that when we face the unknown, we do not stand alone. Because this prayer of gratitude, this prayer is a prayer of gratitude for standing together under the tents of community in the sacred shelter of one another. And so as I return to this community, this Makom Kodesh that we share, I don't bring all the answers amidst the world in which we live. More often than not, I will ask, why? But as I have always done, I promise to bring the fullness of my heart, to bring a deep respect for our communal past and that which we are building together. On this Shabbat, where around the country and our world so many will not feel the embrace of blessing, may our words be careful, authentic, and kind, gentle, and nourishing. May we speak blessing. May we be blessing. And may we make space for blessing even in the brokenness. And may the memories of those who died in Kirk County on July 4th forever be a blessing. Shabbat Shalom.
Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov. משכנותיך ישראל, מה טובו, מה טובו, מה טובו, מה טובו, מה טובו, מה טובו אוהליך, יעקב. משכנותיך ישראל, מה טובו, מה טובו, מה טובו, מה טובו, מה טובו.